I'd like to welcome Curtis Archer, President of the Harlem Community Development Corporation. They've been a sponsor and a supporter of the Harlem Business Alliance for, wow, I mean, almost a decade as well. I mean, it's just been a wonderful partnership, and I'm happy to say that we look forward to continuing to work with them. And thanks again, please, Curtis.
So I trimmed my remarks from 20 pages to 10, that's all right.
Two.
Anyway, good evening, everyone. There are some organizations, oh, by the way, my name is Curtis Archer, and I'm extremely happy to always appear here at, let's say, Disrupt Harlem. Before that, there used to be, I just remember, the summit that you had. If you were a small business owner in Harlem or wherever, and you want to actually know about the latest in innovation, technology, and just what the heck is happening in the community, this is where you would be, always. So I want to thank you for always letting me be a part of that. Okay. I definitely want to give major props to HBA because with Supreme Leader Regina Smith here, and of course, I call him the grand old mentor, and that of course is Walter Edwards, their board chair, you know, incredible. But I definitely got to say that there's a certain millennial, did I say that correct? Millennial?
Yes.
Thank you. That's been inserted with Christina. So Christina, you know, in terms of really bringing up, I remember one of the first ones that you had across the way there at the Schomburg, and you had all these young tech innovators. As a matter of fact, I think that's where I first met Silicon Harlem. I said, wow, these guys are really onto something here. So I want to thank you for really injecting the youth because that is the future. And you know how do I know? I can also speak from experience because I have my son is 16 years old, right? And now he wants to go to a top engineering school. Why? Is it because he wants to save mankind and whatnot? No, he wants to be a video game designer. Plain and simple. That's it. So I said, okay, well, you remember, you have to keep up your grades, man. You can't, do all this stuff what some of your knuckleheads are doing out here. So yeah, okay, Dad, I get that. You don't have to lecture me. I'm getting, so he's actually doing quite well now in school. And this summer, he did this thing called All-Star Code, and he loved it. And literally, and you say, Leon, you saw him soar. Because he actually saw a passion, something that spoke to him, and he really picked up on that. So I really want to thank all of those who want to really work to, and I think that HBA does this, want to increase our numbers in underserved professions, and tech is one of them. You don't see us. Okay? So, and it's so important. And if your children are not involved in tech, then you know what? They are not going to be competitive. That's just a simple fact. So we need to have more and more forums where we can actually increase our numbers, that that coding becomes second place, something that we just understand, we take for granted, that you wake up thinking about code. You wake up thinking about computers. You wake up, you think about the language that, talk about speaking a foreign language. Coding is a foreign language. And all of our young people need to actually know that and embrace that. So, I guess, having said that, let me close out here, okay? Because that's the key thing. I have now, as I said, since I joined Harlem CDC in 2006, we have continued to work diligently, and one of our key partners is HBA, and we work with a lot of community organizations. As a matter of fact, I see Forrest Forbes there of Columbia University, so we work closely with Columbia University and some of their expansions of access to small business enterprises. And now resurgent Harlem and Upper Manhattan that we know today did not happen overnight, or did it? It certainly didn't happen under one administration. Now, how many of you people think that this is a second renaissance? Raise your hands. Thank you. They listen. That's right, it's not a renaissance. And if you had raised your hand, I would have gotten very upset. Why? Because the Renaissance was driven by what? Arts and culture, thank you, thank you. This is pure economics, plain and simple. Okay? So that's very good, you guys. I just want to, like I said, say thank you to HBA for giving me this opportunity to, share my thoughts. If you guys want to know about some of the happenings in Harlem, I encourage you to visit our website at harlemcdc.org. Okay, that's one. Or, what's the other thing, Regina, if somebody calls me, do I answer my phone?
Yes, you do.
Thank you. Okay, so you have questions about any projects happening, especially along Harlem's Main Street. What's Harlem's Main Street? Thank you, 125th Street. We actually have a nice little map that actually charts out some of the developments from all the way in the west, which of course is what? The expansion of Columbia, all the way to the east, with the stuff happening right there on 3rd and 125th, and Lexington 125th with the Extel development, and that's another thing that we'll talk about. But you give me a call at 212-961-4100, and I promise that I will, if you have a question, I will get the answer for you. Thank you all, and have a great evening.